Hey everyone. So last night the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup. They defeated Vegas 4-3 in Game 5 to win the series 4-1 in what was an extremely entertaining game and very fun to watch. This whole series was one of the most fun Stanley Cup final series that I can remember. I wish it went longer than 5 games, but it didn't. Washington was clearly the better team. They outplayed Vegas throughout this entire series. Um, so congratulations to them. They have finally broken the curse. They got past Pittsburgh this year. They made it past the second round for the first time in 20 years, and they took that momentum all the way to the Cup final and won the Stanley Cup. They've completely done away with the choking moniker and the reputation of being a bad playoff team. They threw all of that out the window this year and brought home the greatest trophy in sports. Um, I was so happy to see Alex Ovechkin finally lift that trophy. He wanted it so bad, and you could tell how hungry the Capitals were. They wanted it really, really badly, and they knew that if they were going to do it, they had to do it this year. This was their best shot at it, and they did it. They brought home the cup. Um, there's really not much to say other than congratulations to them. It was an incredible season for them, an incredible postseason. Um, After losing the first 2 games against Columbus at home, um, it was all uphill from there. They immediately started playing the way that they needed to play and at a championship level. And they came back and won 4 straight against Columbus. They beat Pittsburgh in the second round. They beat Tampa Bay in the conference final, and then they beat a very, very good Vegas team in the final. Washington absolutely deserves to win this. They were the best team, and they beat some other very, very good teams to get here. And so just a huge congratulations to them, and it was a heck of a series to watch. Washington was fun to watch all playoffs long. It was really, really nice to see them beat Pittsburgh finally, and I'm so happy for Alex Ovechkin, TJ Oshie, John Carlson, Nick Backstrom, Kuznetsov, all the Capitals, but especially that core group that really, really wanted to win a cup so badly. Especially and guys like Backstrom and Ovechkin who have been there for years. Ovechkin and Backstrom have been there together for almost as long as I can remember, going back over 10 plus years now. Um, it's just so awesome to see them finally win a cup, and it's really it was a really fun series to watch, and Vegas cannot be upset with this. They had a tremendous season. It's their first year in the NHL. I thought they would be a last place team like most expansion teams are. I never thought they even had a chance to make it to the playoffs, never mind the Stanley Cup final. And for them to not only win their division in the regular season, but make it to the Stanley Cup final and compete for the championship in their first year in the league is just absolutely incredible. By far the greatest expansion team of any professional sport of all time. Just what a ridiculously good year for them. So they cannot be upset with, even though they didn't win the cup. And I know, obviously, they really wanted to win it and bring home the championship. They can't be really upset. They have got to be proud and happy with the season that they had this year, and they've got to build on it from here on out. And try and come back just as good next year, or even better next year. I think that's going to be a really tall task for them. I don't know if Vegas can repeat what they did this year. I don't think it's going to happen. They have a talented team. They can certainly be a playoff team next year, but I don't know that they can go this far again. I think they were riding some real magic this season and riding some serious momentum, and that got them really, really far. But they still certainly will be a solid team next year, but I don't know if they'll be Stanley Cup level. Washington we don't. They're in cap trouble. They're right up against it as far as the salary cap is concerned. They have a lot of pending free agents. We don't know who's going to be back next year and who's not. John Carlson is obviously the big one. We'll have to see. This might have been the end of the cup window for Washington, depending on who they lose in free agency. I think Washington was playing these playoffs with a sense that we have to do it this year if we're ever going to do it. And they did it. They won the cup. So we'll see who's back there next year and what kind of team they put on the ice. I'm sure they're not going to completely collapse and go from Stanley Cup winner to like bottom feeding, way out of the playoffs team. But they might lose some important contributors this offseason, depending on who they can bring back. If they bring back John Carlson, it's probably going to take up most of the remaining cap space, which means that all their other depth forwards and everyone else who's a free agent is going to be gone. So that could be some really, really difficult area to fill with not much cap space. So we'll see what their roster looks like at the beginning of next year, but next year doesn't matter at this point for the Capitals. This is all about right now. They won the Stanley Cup. They are on the top of the NHL. Party like crazy. Have a great time. Celebrate for the next few months. And then come back and see what you can do next year. But right now, it's all about winning the Stanley Cup and celebrating the Stanley Cup win for the city of Washington. And they finally got a cup for the first time in franchise history. First time making it past the second round of the playoffs in 20 years, and they bring home the championship. That is awesome. Congratulations to Alex Ovechkin. Congratulations to Nick Backstrom. Congratulations to all of the Capitals. They worked extremely hard for this and absolutely deserve it. And they were a blast to watch this postseason. And the final, this was one of the most exciting and entertaining finals that I've watched in quite a few years. Probably my favorite since Boston beat Vancouver in 2011. So, as far as entertainment value goes, it was absolutely there in this final. And, I wish the series went longer, but the Capitals were clearly the better team. So, congratulations to them, and they have finally now Stanley Cup champions. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow on social media, check out offthewallhockey.com. All those links are in the description below. Keep spreading the word about this channel. Up over 200 subscribers now. Thank you guys so much for that. Keep this channel growing. Keep spreading the word. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for subscribing, and I'll talk to you guys soon.